Like I said, it's not unique to here. Even in the provinces, we send people there to go and do some checks, and similar things are happening. So this is a message to the public that it needs to stop going forward. But it's just about 3 weeks ago. Well, what I would do is I will allow the technical guy, senior technical man here, to explain to you guys the implications of this on the network. So that is the damage, the gravity of the problem, not just the connection, but the implication on the entire network. So if you would like, I have here the senior manager for transmission and
Come here. My name is Mr. Babukar Au, the Senior Transmission and Distribution Manager. Yeah. So the implication of such kind of network has very negative implication on our network, and it causes series of instabilities resulting to outages and also to low voltage issues, and also it impacts on our technical losses. And these technical losses also have some financial bearing, because for all you are sending like 1 megawatt of power out there, and all is not being consumed because of the losses. It has it's an implication. So these are some of the things it's affecting as a whole company, as a company, and also in terms of the safety aspect, we all know electricity is very very dangerous, and the way some of these connections are done is not standard. And it can lead to electrocutions whereby people can lose their lives. Or people passing by here can get shocks and all those things. Which are very detrimental. And if it happens, never will be found wanting, when maybe we are not even the sole doers. So these are some of the things that we want to put out there to the public so that they are aware of the situation or the gravity of these kind of connections.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
My name is Borisal. Thank you very much, MD and PRO and other Nawec staff here. I think Nawec, most of their meters, they are all level. So how is it possible that for someone to be using a meter without buying fast power for a number of years or period without Nawec noticing that? How that is possible? Because every Nawec meter is level. And these Nawec meters are not from Senegal, they are here. So how is that possible? And this thing is very common. It's not even here, only here, as the MD has alluded. It's countrywide. So how is this thing possible? Nawec we cannot even detect for a number of periods that these people are doing illegal connection.
Okay. So just quickly, what I'll give to the customer service. If you go, you can have a meter legally connected, but you bypass it. And then you go and buy a small token every now and again. So very difficult to detect. So and those things are existing around, not just here. They'll go and bypass the meter, but they will still come and buy a little bit of token. So if you don't have a good history of their consumption, it's difficult to detect because you don't go and visit these meters all the time. So some of the meters.
The department must monitor that. If you see a meter that is not buying fast power for a number of periods, you know that meter is doing illegal connection. Because somebody cannot go for more than 2 or 3 months without buying a cash power. At least you should know that this person is using illegal connection.
So, do you want to say anything?
Thank you all. What I want to say is that I first want to explain to you the process of applying for these meters. I think people need to know that. I think MD already said that. If you want to apply a meter, the process is you have to go to our customer service centers. We ask for documentations like the compound document, the pool number, and your ID. These are basic things that we ask for. So if you don't get that, and then somebody asks you to give him money to apply for a meter, most likely you will be going to do something that's illegal. So how are we not able to detect these meters are here? As MD just said, you can apply for a meter, and then you can be a minimum consumer. After some time, your consumption can increase. But then if you look at the historical, it will still show you the minimum consumer. So you'll be just consuming $50 every week or every month. When we look at the historical in our reports, that's what we will see. But you had already increased your consumption. That one we wouldn't know. You understand? Sorry. Then the second part is also you can apply for a meter. For example, some of these meters here, we are not meant for this place. You'll bring the right documentations, the ID and everything for a different property. Let's say in Tanje, and you apply on your name as Hassanba of Tanje. The whole process will be done for that address. The meter could even be fixed at Tanje. And then you can now do your own arrangement to move the meter here. Some of these meters, that's what happened to them. If you look at the data, some of them will not show Barukungu. We've not already done that. They are showing us Tanje, Sanyang, and even Gunjur, even Serakunda, even Bakote. We have them here. So those are the illegalities that are happening here. So it's not difficult to know whether meters are illegal because we have an inspection team. What they do, they check the historicals of the consumption patterns, or the ones that are not buying at all. Then they will go and hit them. Some of them, they are not buying because of their travel. That's legitimate. Some are not buying because of there is something that's illegal. And these are the things that we use to be able to catch those customers. But yes, the only reason why we could not see some of them is that the meters are not for here. And wherever they were buying, they moved them here. I think that's the response.
Thank you.
Hassan Ba, Senior Customer Service.
Senior Customer Service Manager.
Yes, your name?
My name is Momodu Tamfa. I have another one.
Yes,
It's okay.
Okay. My name is Momodu Damfa. I am Senior HR and Admin Manager. Okay. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you too for your patience to go through with us through this process. As MD alluded to, we are not ruling out any collusion from our staff base. The people management component is very cognizant of some of these malpractices that go on in the field. Because it's not only detrimental to the network, as somebody was alluding to earlier on in terms of losses, but also to public safety. And we have a moral responsibility to ensure that we protect the public from the activities of our employees. So currently investigations are ongoing, and as MD rightly said, we will leave no stone unturned to ensure that any employee who is involved in this illegal activity is really face the full force of the law and of our internal regulations. We have a very robust disciplinary process, and we will put it into full gear to ensure that any culprit, any internal culprit who's involved in this is face due process of the law. Of course, let me add that we are very committed to due process, and we'll ensure that everybody who is involved or allegedly involved also, rights are also respected to the fullest. So yes, you can be assured Nawec is a very, it's an organization that is committed to the rule of law, to, due process, and will ensure that adequate investigations, which are currently ongoing, in fact, in collaboration with our internal audit. And, we ensure in the, speedy process to ensure we conclude this process and identify every internal employee who's involved and bring them to justice.